After another grueling 6-hour drive with our plastic windscreen, driving at a very sensible speed, we arrived at Berg Golf just outside Amsterdam. After a good night's sleep for Harry, whilst I stayed up editing, pretty much the theme of the whole trip, I decided to let Harry take the limelight and play the golf course while I took some time to reflect over the past 8 days. This also gave him a chance to get out there and focus and play some golf, as I can understand that being a cameraman and filming me hit it round a golf course pretty shockingly in a Pro-Am must have taken its toll, wishing that he was probably hitting every shot. That, and of course he is off out to the Middle East to play on the MENA Tour, which I wish you the best of luck for, and I'm sure everybody else who watches this channel does. But for now, let's get back to part 4 and the end of our trip, which of course is overdue for another absolute disaster. Careful, I've got my much needed espresso
latte.
Thank you to Berg Golf
and Harry Connick.
Well, Harry, after a lot of positives and a lot of negatives,
so we're coming to the end of our trip now. We've got about an 8 hour.
Moves from me doing the commentary to you doing it. Is that because I ramble on?
Yeah, you just don't really get to the point. You're a sayer, not a doer. I'm just going to hit a 3-iron here, aim up the left side, a little bit of fade, snap hook into the. Cheers for coming. Yeah, so we're coming to the end of our trip now. We've spent the night at the Hampshire, just outside of Amsterdam. Unfortunately, we didn't get to go and see it last night because we got back so late, which was a shame. But I'm sure we can come back another time. I'm pretty tired. As you can imagine, 8 days with flour takes its toll on you. What's been your highlight of the trip?
My rear windscreen being smashed in.
Oh yeah, this is my favourite thing. So if you just listen, hear this?
Oh.
That little sounds, all the glass inside
all the glass inside here is like a trap. So yeah.
So we've been driving with a plastic sheet.
At 140 miles an hour on the autobahn.
Yes.
End of our trip, very many negatives, very many positives, mostly positives. Almost got mugged by, which is interesting, in the Reeperbahn in Germany. But watch out, we've got some high profile people coming around here. The old black cars, you know, they're big names. They're like cops actually, undercover cops. There's no point in filming if you're going to shake it about like that, mate. I'm gone.
Sorry, no, listen, the highlight of me was walking 18 holes with Adrian during the Pro-Am. I'm a bit of a sponge. I like to Sorry?
Did you learn much?
Nothing like that I've not known before. It's just always nice to watch someone of his caliber, and you can always take little bits and pieces from him. You know, I was really impressed by his temperament the whole way around. Obviously, it was only a Pro-Am, and in the end, he ended up missing the cut by quite a bit. He had a poor couple of days, but you know, I think we saw from his game in the Pro-Am, he's definitely got the ability to definitely be a top 50 player in the world.
Yeah, my 2 highlights. 1, winning the Pro-Am. So, to everybody out there who said I'd never win a European Tour event, you're so that's 1 European Tour event in the bag. And
oh yeah, I enjoyed our gala dinner on a ship.
Gala dinner on a ship was class, and the Reeperbahn in Germany. That was it was an interesting night.
Harry got us in trouble.
I didn't really get us into trouble, did I?
I love sitting in VIP with a bottle of Koenig Pilsener,
Food laid on all week.
eating copious amounts of meat. And Fabian.
Massive thank you to Fabian 6. Race to Dubai and visit Dubai if we get Italian. You can do anything, you're just going to stand there.
Well, I went to go and get you the coffee because...
Fair enough, alright.
No. In the hope that by buying the coffee, it'll be done by then. I also actually just stood still for 3 minutes up there in the hope that it'll be ready.
I had to tidy and get rid of all the rubbish from the video OCD. So all your stuff's on this side, alright? So like when we get back, you can just take your stuff out, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, fantastic.
iPad, pulse roll ready. What were the low lights?
Rear windscreen being smashed. Probably got...
Oh, me locking us out the hotel.
You locking us out the hotel, which was the most stupid thing.
At 2 AM, and then I had to sleep in the car.
Broken. They already know this, they've already seen it.
Yeah.
And then, oh yeah, getting like 3 or 4 speeding tickets. Which would be
Oh yeah, this is savage. This is savage. I reckon it's more, mate.
I was doing like 5 kph over the speed limit.
And they're all hidden, unlike the UK.
Yes.
And they just flash when they feel like it. And there was so much flashing. Harry was getting a little bit epileptic. It was, yeah. You're gonna have to ignore them, mate.
Are we gonna want gaffer tape?
Mate.
I've got some grey, but grey might match better.
No, mate, I think it's fine. No, the black looks good. Harry, the black looks good because it matches in with the rest of the windows.
Where is the other black stuff? Do you know?
I've binned it.
You bin it?
I thought you were done with it.
Why would you bin it?
Because I thought we had enough on it.
You didn't even bin it. You could have come over it. Honestly, sometimes 8 days now we've been on the road. Saharan satin off the old car.
Oh yeah, he's going on about how the sand on the back of his car is Saharan.
It is Sahara sand, gets blown over from Africa, I promise you. Bet my life on it. Most of the time it is anyway.
So we're now driving to Calais, which is about 4 or 5 hours. And then from Calais, it's half an hour on the old train. And then, how long is it from Littlestone to yours? 4?
Mate. Any match.
No, Harry, because the black goes so much better. Look at this, look. That goes better with that.
Yeah, that looks ideal.
I think it looks... It all looks quite septic, to be honest.
It hasn't been shaved.
I've had a lot of messages over the last few days saying, Harry, can you shave it in his sleep? And
so many people tweeted about your dad behind Paul Casey on when we stood behind the TV.
oh yeah, that was quite embarrassing. My dad messaged, how old are you?
Did he?
Yeah. What's my dad called?
Sure, it was my idea.
What was my dad called?
Nicholas Konig or something.
Yeah. And my mum?
Huh?
And my mum?
Penny Konig. Penny Konig. The family of Konigs. Konig for life.
How many ends?
Huh?
How many ends?
2 or 3 at least.
At least?
At least 2 or 3. Let's just get this done nice. I think that looks neater, mate, if I'm honest.
How's the lid looking? Oh, no, come on, just
the hat off, Harry, while I do this.
Just let the viewers have a look at the lid, mate.
Knock you out, mate. Come on, we gotta get going because we got Eurotop to catch.
What do you mean, come on, we've got to go in. I've been ready for an hour. You're the one who's applying septic tape. So the boot's basically broken now.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's got something to do with the window being...
Yeah, it probably has, Harry.
Do you reckon?
Let's stay calm. Everything's good. It's all positive, isn't it? All positive.
Harry's now taping up the boot so it doesn't fly open on the way back.
It's fine. Absolutely fine.
More glass falling out of the hole.
Lovely Marshall over there is cleaning it up for us, Harry, so it's fine. It's fine.
Mate, do you really think that's going to hold down the boot? As we drive through, it's going to be like, oh, I wonder why they're covering his boot up.
No chance.
Will that not open? Put a couple of straps across this way, H. They'll be like, can we get in your boot, sir? No. No, you can't. That'll do, bye. So, coming to the end of our trip. We're in the Eurotunnel now, on the train, but the boot of the car won't close. We've gaffer taped it down for now.
They weren't going to let us on because they're worried it's going to like fling up, because obviously there's a height limit. Basically, we're going to have to pull over at a service station. I'm going to have to work my magic like I did with the hotel room. So I'm going to have to...
I actually believe you can do it.
100%, mate. So either a piece of glass from when we got broken into is caught in there and it's not allowing something to latch on, or the glass has cut through one of the wires, which...
I don't think it could have cut through a wire.
If it has, we can take one of our sets of headphones, strip the wiring and bypass it. I just have to unhook the battery.
Why don't you just crack into the MI5 whilst you're at it?